Alright, what's up y'all? This is the old school brother, and this is going to be a video walkthrough on Nightmare Circus, one of the hardest and most cryptic games to get through if you don't know what you're doing. So I'll explain how to get through some of the stages, how to do some of the moves, and help you all to understand this should you ever choose to try and play it and beat it in the future. Real quick, I'm going to just go ahead and walk through some of the basics here with the options. Really, it's just got some sound options and some different modes like 2-player co-op, 1-on-1, and 2-player competitive if you can ever find somebody else that wants to play this. The tweaker does some things with debug mode, so you can actually change... this lets you pick what stage you start with when you go into the debug mode, how much health you have, how much psychic energy you have, how much damage enemies do, all kinds of things. But if you want to see more about that, I can show in a different video. For now, I'm just going to go ahead and start this and show you what it's like. So right here, we're going to have basically a little map screen, like a little hub world. That's got 2 stages on the right, 1 to the left, and the 1 back here. This stage, I believe, is the only one you have to beat to actually beat the game. After this stage, you'll go through 2 more stages and then fight the final boss. But without the magic and abilities from these other stages, it's almost impossible to beat. So you can start with any of these. It's all up to you. Personally, I prefer to start with this one, because if you screw up the beginning, it's easiest to just reset the whole game. I'll explain in a minute. Kill these enemies as fast as you can so they don't start running all over the place. Jump on here, go as far right as possible and press down. Mash the heavy kick just coming out of there. You'll hit that switch. It'll take you through this path. Now you're here. Quickly, I'll just show you some moves. If you press back and heavy kick at the same time, you'll do this backflip. Up and light kick does a cartwheel. If you can press it frame perfect. There we go. So you can just keep doing this over and over. Up and back while pressing heavy kick does this. This is like the most important move in the whole game because you can jump over a lot of stuff, but it's very hard to do. It's like another 1 frame input. So I kind of developed a habit of just rocking my thumb back on the D-pad. You just have to figure out what works for you. But if you have a lot of trouble pulling off that move, you're not doing it wrong. It's just like a 1 frame input. It's very hard. Light punch, heavy punch, light kick, heavy kick, block, and scream, or vomit, or whatever the fuck he's doing. Really, it serves no purpose other than taking abilities from bosses once you kill them and pushing this cart, basically. Also, if you jump and hold it, you can grab onto stuff. Both kicks at the same time, slides. You have light kick, heavy kick. Both punches do the same while crouching. You can do this to duck under low projectiles. Nothing really else to say. So let's go ahead and push this cart over here. It'll block some of these projectiles. You don't have to use this, but it helps you get further through it without getting hit with these. Eventually it will break after taking enough damage though, and you'll just need to go ahead and leave it behind. This guy right here, you don't even have to fight because he just dies instantly when you go on to the next area. I forgot about that move. If you press right and heavy punch or whatever direction you're facing as you're taking off the ground, you'll do that little flip. And also, if you press back and heavy kick, you'll do this beautiful animation, jump kick. This is the chainsaw boss. By the way, whenever you're stunned like that, I don't think you can mash out of it. You just have to wait for it to go away. This boss is the easiest one in the game. You can fight him any way you want. You don't have to really be scared of him. Even though I'm getting my ass kicked by him, because he heard me talking. Alright, so one of the easy ways to fight him, by the way, he can do this. You can actually block them and not take any damage. Crouching attacks are one of the best ways to deal with the bosses in a lot of ways. Personally, I get them over here to this corner and just start attacking them over and over again. But you don't want to be too far. There we go. So you can do this and just keep headbutting them, keep kneeing them, and they'll die. Kind of cheap, but you can fight him in the middle of the screen if you want to. It's really not that hard. It's just a faster way to kill him. All bosses take a ton of hits in this game to kill. It's ridiculous. So while I'm doing this, I'll explain the HUD up there. The orbs to the left are supposed to be his health. Normally you'll see the top fade out and then the bottom. Once they're completely gone, the boss will die. Same thing happens with enemies. The dude in the middle with the red is my health. So right now I've only got about half of it. The blue and the white in the background of the guy right there is my psychic energy, I think they call in this game. It allows you to do certain abilities and get your health back. You can hold down the mode and press up on the D-pad to get your health back. It's the only way in this game to recover health. You have 1 life in this game. Once it's gone, it's gone. Anytime you see that cloud, press this button and you'll take their ability. This guy lets you, I think, control enemies or something like that. It's pretty useless. It either controls enemies or allows you to be the enemy, like become an enemy. It's useless. From here, you can either tackle this stage or you can tackle this stage. It's entirely up to you. I've got mixed feelings on which one you should do next. I'm just going to start with this one. Immediately in this stage, jump right and hold down the block button. If you don't, you will fall into that pit of fire and die instantly, essentially. As you saw, one of those fire guys just landed on me, but because I was holding block, I don't get knocked back. If you're not holding block, you'll get knocked back off of this, fall into the pit of fire, and you'll get locked into a stun state that's almost impossible to escape. You'll take damage rapidly and basically just die instantly. So make sure that you do that in the beginning of the stage. The goal here is to stay above the fire until the fire dies down. That fire is dying down. The way you know it's completely gone is my character portrait up there will stop flashing white. Anytime it flashes white, that indicates you're taking damage. Except for this stage, I'm not actually taking any right now. But once it stops flashing, I know the fire's gone. You want to stay above the midpoint. You hear that bell sound, and you see that right there when you reach the midpoint. Once you fall below the midpoint, that's when the flaming guys start falling. So you want to stay above that if at all possible. Really, this is just a good area to fill up on energy going into the next area. And I fell below that, so now they start falling. Just hold down block, you'll be fine. I don't even think you take damage when they fall into you as long as you're holding block. Unless they hit the backwards side of you, then you will. So yes, as you're seeing, you can actually hold block in the air. The block button's very useful in this game, believe it or not. You can block almost anything. Projectiles you would never think you could block, you could actually block. Like even some bladed projectiles, you can block and not take any damage. So blocking is very useful, and it also keeps you from taking knockback. As you see, I'm holding down mode and up right now to get my health back, and the magic in the background is fading to black. So all I'm gonna do now, the fire's gone because you can see the portrait is no longer flashing. I'm just gonna max out on my magic, and then we'll go ahead and hit the next spot. Something else I want to mention, you have some special abilities already, like this. Anytime you hold the mode button, the strong punch, you enter in that mode, and when you're in that mode, you'll never take damage from enemy attacks. It'll be dealt to your magic instead. However, while you're in that mode, when you kill enemies, they will never drop magic, so it's kind of useless to use. You also have that. When you hold that down, anytime an enemy spawns, they'll die instantly. However, it takes a ton of energy, and you don't get any back when using it, so I never use that either. Hold down block or the grab when you're falling, and you won't take any fall damage. Fall down the middle of this, like that. Now you're here. The next part, if you can master the backflip, which I can't even do right now. There we go. If you can do this on demand, you can jump over the pit and like get through the next part before it even starts. But I'll show you what it looks like to actually go through it. You can pick either side to start on. You won't be able to move until this picks up speed, but once it picks up speed, you'll actually be able to move around this. There we go. All you want to do is go to the left. You can go to the right. This is an endless looping screen, but it's a lot longer to the right, so I'm going to go to the left. And here's a knob. Again, you can backflip over that whole pit that I just went over and get to this before it even takes off. But you only get one shot at it. If you mess up the jump, you'll fall into the pit and die instantly. So I just figured I'd show it what it was like to be on this, because it's a really cool stage, but no one ever sees it because there's no videos out there really showing it. You can kill these guys while you're on the ground. You cannot kill them while you're on the cage attacking them. They don't ever drop any magic, so it's useless to do so. I'm going to top off on my health, and we'll go ahead and hit this next spot. This level is basically an endurance match. Shoot. You want to kill these dudes as fast as possible, because when they start spawning, they start doing this. They start shooting at you, they run away from you. It's just a pain in the ass to deal with them. Use any attacks you need to take them out. The low kicks can be particularly helpful here. The slide can be particularly helpful when they get away from you. I normally try to refrain from jumping at them because they normally just shoot you right out of the sky. Yeah, once they start spawning in, they're all over the place. You can lose life very rapidly. That's why I normally don't do this stage last. I'm not doing too bad, though. The little rail up there, you can actually grab onto that rail like this. But you would take continuous damage while on it, so I don't recommend you do that because it's electrified. So, just little fun facts. There we go. So I'm just gonna fill up my health here. There we go. Good stuff, good stuff. Try to stay topped off on your health, so every time you kill an enemy, you're getting magic and it's not just going to waste, you know? There we go. Good stuff. I don't know how I fell there. Okay, doing pretty good. So I'm pretty much maxed out on health and magic, which is where you want to be. The next boss is not that bad, especially if you have some magic already to deal with him. I'll show you the best method to kill him. Okay. This is what you want to use. Okay. I need to explain something. This boss sometimes moves very quickly and is all over the place, and sometimes he's a lot slower and easy to kill. Normally, when he's quick, whenever you stun him, he gets knocked out of it almost instantly, so it's not worth stunning him. If he's slow, you want to press mode and what is it? Heavy punch to enter in this mode, and then when you're in this mode, if you press the button that screams at him, you'll fire off a projectile. When it hits an enemy, it'll stun them. Then you just go up to him and hit the light kick constantly. That's the best way to damage him quickly. But when he's running fast like this, I find it easier to just fight him normally. You can block his projectiles. As you see right now, he's getting stunned after almost every hit. So I'm not actually going to stun him with the projectile. Sometimes I'll block like this. You can't damage him when he's blocking, so just kind of wait for him to stop. Anytime you see him do that spin, get away from him, because that move does a lot of damage. It's actually the ability that you'll be taken from him when you beat him. Okay. Ow! Woo! The hops. Don't let him get on that. If he gets on that, it's a pain in the ass because he can run over you and it does a lot of damage. He wants me to let him get on that, does he? Where's he at? Oh, I'm about to say. Get over here. You can block this, doesn't do any damage. He's almost dead. Just a few more hits and he'll be dead. Again, normally I just use the ability and just shoot it at him and stun him and kick him a bunch of times. But because he's getting stunned in one hit, it's useless. It's just a waste of my time to do it that way. So it seems like he's got health back if you look at the orbs, but then now it's gone. Like, the orbs make no sense. The health is kind of bugged when it comes to bosses. This gives you the ability to spin and do rapid damage to enemies, which is the most useful ability in the entire game, and it allows you to speed up. You can speed up by pressing the mode and holding mode and pressing light kick, like that. And the tornado move is heavy kick with the mode button. Real quick, I'll try to explain this stage. So This is a 3D maze in a 2D game, and this is the only screen you cannot rotate. But when you go to this screen and every other screen, when you press down on the D-pad, you see that door in the background? If I press down the D-pad, that room is now to the right, and I can exit through that door going to the right. It's pretty cool. You see the door in the background now that has no handle? That's a one-way door, so I can enter this room through that door, but I cannot get back out entering it, or trying to exit it. So you can keep rotating the room by pressing down the D-pad. This is how it looks starting out. So I'll just go ahead and show you the path to get through this, because trying to map it out is a pain in the ass. We could talk about it more if you want to know more about how to get through this. So you want to go right to this screen, then go right to this screen, go right one more time to this screen, climb the ladder one more time, go to the right again, down the D-pad one time, down the D-pad 1, 2, 3, go to left. Sometimes it kind of glitches out, won't let you go to the left. You just have to back up and go back again, like that. I don't know why it does that. I'm gonna top off my health here. Another thing, you see those two guys on the right? Those are like reserve energies. Once I use up all this energy, one of those disappears, and I get all the energy back in the background. That's how that works. Here we have the Hall of Mirrors. This is a good area for getting all your magic back before taking on the boss. Wait for these guys to jump through, to walk through, and you could use backwards and light punch to do this elbow. You also have a backwards kick like that. I didn't mention those before. It's the easy way to just kill them just as soon as they get over here. Otherwise, you start having them act like, you know, jump all over the place and act a fool, which you don't want that to happen. So, pretty much maxed out. I'm gonna just hit a few more. You want to have as much magic as possible going into the ticket office, because it's one of the harder areas in the whole game. So I'm pretty much maxed out. I'm gonna kill one more of these dudes. Okay, now I gotta kill two of them. Son of a bitch. Okay, buddy, you're having too much fun. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead. Well, shit. Alright. Fuck it. I'm running. One of these mirrors you can press up on and enter. And once you do so, you'll be able to enter in the next area. I'm gonna go ahead and handle these dudes because they're fucking causing me a lot of trouble. This is why you don't want them to jump all over the place. If this happens, max off your health. Just kill them when they enter in like this. This is what this stage is good for. This is why I normally do this stage last, because it allows you to max off all your energy and health for the ticket office, which is one of the harder areas in the whole game. So I'm gonna kill one more. Oh, just play along. Play along. Stop cartwheeling all over the damn place. Making me look an amateur in front of all 30 people to see this video. Okay. Now, like I was saying, keep jumping until you find the mirror. Once you do this, your controls are now inverted. I'm gonna just keep going right, but now I have to press left to go right. It's pretty cool. Just find the other mirror. There's one more mirror could you walk into. Now you're here. Destroy all these pillars. You cannot do any damage to the boss until they're all gone. You can hit the boss, but he will not take any damage until these are gone. Oh, you son of a bitch. There we go. Personally, I fight this boss like this. I kind of like to duck and just attack. You can use backwards kicks if you want. I like to do the forward kicks because it allows me to block them if they slide, because their slides do mad damage and it's a pain in the ass to deal with. A lot of times you just fight this boss hoping that he won't do a slide. See, he's kind of taking my health out pretty fast here. There we go. Kind of got a rhythm going. This motherfucker is fucking me up. There we go. Fill up on magic. This allows you to do something with the controlling enemies. It's kind of useless. I won't use it. So I'm going to just leave it where it is. You don't have to ever take any abilities if you don't want to. So now all those stages are done. And we move on to the ticket office. I'm going to take a sip of water because this is where shit's going to start getting a little realer. Alright, let's do it. Jump on this ladder and take it to the top. You can speed up if you want, but it's a waste of your magic, so I just take it normally. Again, the spin is the most useful technique in the game. You do it by holding down mode and pressing the heavy kick. Shit. Alright. What you want to do here is use the elbow attack I told you about, back and light punch, to knock out these background panels. While you do this, there's going to be 2 flying enemies that are impossible to kill. You can knock them down briefly, but they'll just get back up. They're a pain in the ass to deal with. If you see them, my advice to you is just get the fuck out of there. Oh, shit. As you see, it's a pain in the ass to deal with them. Why can't I hit these dudes? There we go. Shit. Get away from them. So just get away from them. Normally they tend to stay around the area they were last in. Go back to wherever you were and start over again, working your way to the left or the right. I'm gonna just go ahead and get off here. There's gonna be 2 boss enemies behind one of these. Every time you play, it's randomly assigned where they are. I've had it literally happen where the literal last one I've destroyed is where he was. Yeah, I know. I'm supposed to get out of there. I'm sorry. Okay. So yeah, I just want to keep breaking these down so you find the right one. Once you find the right one, go into tornado mode and kill that motherfucker as fast as possible. That's my advice to you. You could take him down to the bottom if you want to. Oh, get out of here. You can break these 2. Oh shit. Still haven't found any of them yet. When you get some time to yourself, make sure that you're not too low on health, because sometimes things can happen where the enemies just melt through it all instantly. So never be too low on health at any one time. Okay, alright, I hear you. I'm out of there. Oh, this stage can go well or it can go terrible. It's just, it all depends on a lot of the RNG, how long it takes to find these enemies, where these flying dudes spawn. No, come on. Like the music though. Hold up. Let me make sure the audio's calibrated real quick, just so you're not hearing a bunch of delay in the audio. And there we go. Alright. There we go. Brother, get out of here. So you can knock them down and they'll just get right back up. It's a pain in the ass to deal with them. Try to get away from them. Don't try to fight them. This dude's literally gonna be in the last one, ain't he? Oh boy. Yeah, sorry this is taking so long. This is just a pretty good indication of what this stage can be like. Again, there's 2 enemies and they're randomly assigned, so it could be any 2 random denominations. So all the way back to the top. man. Okay. No luck. Yeah, I'll just take that hit. Fuck it. This is taking way too long. Where is this dude? Where is this dude? Really? Okay, finally. Get off this damn ladder, you bitch. Alright, my turn, bitch. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. Fuck me, I did not know I was using magic. That's why that happened. Okay, hold on. We just made an amateur mistake. Please don't hit me off this ladder, you bitch. Oh, boy. Where is this dude? What is going on in this level? This is just a mess. This is what I'm talking about. This level is just a pain in the ass. Sometimes it's not that bad, but... Alright, let's try and break these down. Oh, come on. Climb the damn ladder, please. Thank you. So right now I'm just trying to... Okay, here's the second one. Oh, shit. What the fuck happened? There we go. I don't know what happened to the other one. Did I kill him? I must have killed him sometime. What the fuck? So there's two. I don't remember killing the other because I fell off the thing, but I guess I killed him. Anyway, I guess I have to explain that one later. Now here's the next part. Here is where you have to make a decision. These are two different stages and you can decide which one you go to next by entering the room when it's that current color or that current palette. If you have a ton of magic, you can go for this stage right here. But I don't, so I'm going to use this stage. This stage is excellent for allowing you to get all your magic back. And I need magic moving into the next areas. Because trying to take on the worm maze with no health and that boss is just a fucking nightmare. You do not want to do it. Whole block. The only way they can hit you is by landing on you. The thing about this stage is it's a pain in the ass because it takes forever. You thought the ticket office took a long time, this stage will take longer. There's no way to make this... Well, let me just explain what we're doing right now. This is the best way I could think to fight these dudes. You can jump with them, I think. Well, you can't jump with them. If you're on the other side of the teeter-totter, they'll pop you up in the air and you still can't see them. So this is like the fastest way to kill these dudes. Any enemies that you can gain access to in this stage, you want to attack and take down. So just keep hitting them all the time. They take a ton of hits to kill. I want to be on this right now. Here we go. Oh boy. Like this is a part that it's just going to be boring to watch. I'm sorry. I apologize in advance. It's not fun to watch. But this is what you do. And once they die like that, you need to stay next to the bodies. If you do not, they will come back to life for some reason. So you just have to sit there waiting for them to die officially. If they ever go up there and they never come back down, you just have to move to the left or right so that they'll come down. There's one. Oh shit, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. There we go. Interesting. Alright, so you're just waiting for this dude. Don't you dare do that shit again. Okay. Now, killing all of the enemies in this stage gets you a lot of energy, or a lot of psychic power, magic, whatever you want to call it. That's the nice thing about it. And the main goal is to get, again, just like kind of the Funhouse, max out your energy and life as much as possible, because the next stage has a part in it that is literally the hardest part in the game to me outside the ticket office. It can go okay, or it can be horrible. And I'll tell you about it when we get there. So my health is maxed out. All I'm trying to do now is max out my energy. There's still more enemies in this area. Again, it takes forever to kill them. Sorry, I can't make this more interesting. But again, if I were to speedrun this game, this stage right here would be the main problem, because it takes freaking forever. I'm gonna just use light kicks. No more heavy punches for these dudes. Come on. Oh, brother. How did I know you were gonna do that? You fucking... Okay. The only problem with that is if those dudes materialize or die once they go up in the air and you can't get that energy, that sucks. So... I think this is the last one of these teeter-totter dudes, and then we can move on. Thank goodness. Anytime. Thank goodness. Alright. Do some push-ups. Alright. Now, top off my health. Alright, the next area, you want to crouch. Actually, this area is good for getting energy too. You have these enemies here, they literally do nothing but just sit there, unless you climb up these. So they're easy pickings, just walk up to them and hit them. Wait for the bodies to die, because you gotta wait. And then this dude comes up. He can be a little pain in the ass, because sometimes this enemy in particular takes a ton of hits to kill. I don't know why, but he does. So babysit his body, knock him down. There we go. Here's another one of them. As long as you stay crouched, they will not be able to hit you. That's something that's important to know. There we go. And then they just come back. It seems like when they enter in that little other phase where their face turns into like the face of a demon, their health magnifies for some reason. I don't know. Just stay crouched so you don't get hit with those balls. And... Is he almost dead? Good. All right. Am I not close enough to you? Why do I feel like I'm not even getting that much magic from these dudes? What's going on here? Almost maxed out energy. So I guess that's it for here. Now, I guess I'll just show you this. Screw it. You can climb up these. If you tap down, you'll actually flip around. Like, if you tap down, you flip around. You tap back up, you flip up. You can press back in the grab button to flip off of them onto another one. So you can just kind of do this. It's kind of cool. Just flip back up. And then you can grab on these as well, and you can flip around. It's kind of cool, but kind of useless too. So you won't see me doing it. Okay, buddy. Fuck you. I think that's how you deal with this enemy. You just look away from him and he won't walk into you and you just keep kicking him. Oh boy. Thank you. Alright. Son of a bitch. Can I get rid of you? Can I just be rid of y'all? Come here. Are you serious? That's ridiculous. You better not despawn too when I take it too far. You did, you son of a bitch. Okay, that's fine. I'll just kill them like this. If you go too far from where they originally spawned, they will despawn. And you just have to kill them again, so... yeah, that's how it works. Alright. Is that it for the... you want to make sure there's no more enemies that spawn in these areas. Because... okay. Once you've killed all the grounded enemies, here's what you're going to need to do next. Just make sure they're all gone. And I think they are. Okay. Here's what you need to do. Remember that ability I told you about with the crystal ball, where you press mode and light kick and this starts rolling like that? There are enemies that swing on these, and there's no way I know to reliably kill them. Oh, sorry. You just heard him spawn, so I'll show you what he looks like. Or maybe I won't. There he is. Ah, screw it. You know what? I want to just show you what he looks like. You can flip off of these things. I don't really know why you would, though. It's kind of useless. Anyway, screw it. I'm going to go ahead and turn this on. And that's what they look like. They can flip around. It's like a pain in the ass to try and kill them. Okay, fuck this. So turn this on. Anytime this is on, once an enemy spawns, they will die instantly. You just saw I lost a bunch of magic. That's what happened. So I just tend to go up here and just chill out. This takes a long time, but it's like the only way to kill these guys. I don't really know any other way to kill them when they swing like that. You can't really attack well off of this. So they'll just knock you off and do a bunch of damage. You saw that dude just spawn and he's dead. That's how it works. But again, you don't get any energy when you kill enemies this way, and it takes a ton of energy. So I saved this part once I've already maxed out, because the last part I'll go to, I'll be able to get my magic back. And then I'll use all of that magic for the final 2 levels of the game. So that's my mind state, that's my plan going... oh shit. My plan going into this. And just gotta wait. It takes a long time. You're gonna lose a bunch of magic doing this, but it will kill them. So you can just see every time one spawns, I lose a bunch of magic. This is how I get through this part. Again, it is a pain in the ass. It takes forever. I'm sorry you all have to sit through it. But it's a part of the game, and I know no other way to really get rid of it, you know? So once I notice that my energy isn't going back anymore, that tells me that this part is over and I can move on. So that's how it works. So I think it should just about be over at this point. Yeah, I think it's it. So as you see, I'm not losing energy anymore. That lets me know that this part is over. So I I can turn it off. And we can go ahead and get moving again. So now, the only enemies that should be left should be the enemies right here. Jump up on this trampoline. Hold down block up. I hear another grounded enemy. Hold the fucking phone. I think I know he's up there. That's right. I don't remember how to easily kill these motherfuckers, so shit. They can jump into you. That's the only way that they can hurt you. Just hope that they don't. This is the best way I found to kill them. I think if you hit them with jump kicks while they're in the air, they tend to take a ton of damage and fall almost instantly like that. But it's also kind of risky, so I don't tend to do that. As long as you're close to them, they won't jump forward and jump into you. So you can just hit them like this. Top off that health. Yeah, saw that coming. I don't like where they spaced at. There we go. That helps. Even though I'm about to take some damage as a result of it. There we go. Cool. Alright. Babysit the bodies. Alright. Jump over here. Thank you so much. Jump back over here. Good. So you're seeing I'm almost maxed out on my magic again. You want to try and leave this stage with maxed out magic, and this is why I do things the way that I do, in the order that I do them. Perfect. Okay. So no more is bouncing now. So what you want to do is you want to hold up to go all the way to the top. All the way. Alright. You can hold this if you want. Just like you can do with the electric thing. It's useless because you can't really do anything off of this. You can knee. It's kind of useless. So the only way to really hit these guys effectively, I think you might be able to jump on top up there, but it's kind of pointless. The easiest way I find is just to do this. Jump up and kick them when you're up here. It might take you a little while. There you go. And just stay close to their bodies. Otherwise they'll come back like that and knock you the fuck off. And then you're stunned like a dumbass. Oh, just stop. Stop it. Whatever. Whenever you get hit, the cameras in the background will flash like that. Don't worry about it. We'll be fine. I mean, I'm almost maxed out on energy. So I don't know why this dude is still alive. Oh, just stay down. That gave me like nothing. What the heck? So work your way back up to the top again, like I told you. And once you're up to the top, just like that, stay next to him. Shit. Then they despawn, and now you gotta fight them again. You know the drill. I think there's still more. This is the last area with enemies, though. Yeah, so he's up here. Just gotta kick him. Again, jumping and pressing down the air allows you to do this stomp. I think there's some enemies that it's useful against, but I never really use it. So he's still up here somewhere. There he is. Alright, and that's another ability that I don't remember what that is. I never use it. We have as much magic as we can right now going into this stage. This stage is a pain in the ass. Shit. No. Let me explain this. This is a pinwheel and you cannot stop it. It automatically goes left or right. If you try to stop it just mashing left and right, you still won't be able to stop it completely. The hit detection on these knobs is straight bullshit. That's the reason this is so hard. You can lose all your life to this part. I dread it every fucking time I see it. Thank goodness. The one in the middle you just have to eat, no matter what. Shit. Yes. Already halfway dead. This is where your magic is gonna go in this stage. See, come on, man. Come on. Yes. That hit, come on, man. That hit, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. That was actually a very good run. So max off your health. You can go, I'll show you how to get through this. It's just a maze. It's just about memorizing where to go. The general rule is move up and to the left as much as you possibly can. That's the general idea of this maze. Except for two parts, I'll show you where they are. So just do what I do. First, start going up here. I think you're gonna go up again, I think. Or no, you're not. No, you're not. Hold on. You want to go up and to the left. You actually want to go down here, I think. No, you don't. What the fuck am I doing? Okay, this isn't going well. Okay, so go ahead and go up to the right, I guess. I hope I'm not going the wrong way. I really do. Every time you get hit, the screen will get darker and darker. So try to keep that from happening. Now here, you want to go to the left. Down here. Then, just go up. Keep going to the left and going up as much as possible. Wait, I think you want to turn around for this one. Every time you get bit, it'll go darker and darker. If it gets so dark that it's like pitch black, I think you will actually get teleported back to the pinwheel, believe it or not, and have to do that again. It's a pain in the fucking ass. Don't let that happen. And now we're at the top. Here we go. We're gonna be fighting the final boss here. Well, not the final boss, the second to final boss. This boss can be easy or it can be a pain in the fucking ass. Okay. Shit. Okay, okay, hold on. I got you. No. Don't do this. Just work. Just work for me. Work with me. Ah, shit. Don't tell me this is gonna end here. Don't tell me that. Please don't. Ooh, I want that, I want that, I want that, I want that. Yes! That's a glitch, I think. This is what happens. This is what you want. This is how to fight this boss. You want to be able to hit the kick button and they just stay stunned. If this does not happen, you're in trouble. You want to hope that the boss works this way. If it works this way, it's a guaranteed win. Just mash the kick button. Sometimes when you shoot one of the projectiles at them, you'll see that soul come out of them, which is weird. I don't know how there's a way to do that effectively. If you can get that to happen and you pick it up, it almost completely refills your energy. So that's amazing that we were able to make that happen. Now, if you pick this up, it's Hydra Strength, I believe it's called. It gives you a lot more strength. Your attacks do a lot more damage. I've beaten the final boss using it before, but it's nowhere near as satisfying as using the tornado. So I will use a tornado to kill it. I will not pick it up. I maxed out my health though, just in case. You never know. Welcome to the final boss. There he is. I'm gonna show you how I beat him. Remember the tornado that does mad damage? By the way, if you get caught in that fire, it's just like the carnival, the Ferris wheel fire. It's almost instant death. There's almost no way to survive it. Again, when you're in this, you are invincible to damage. So just keep hitting them. Stay on them, the enemy, as long as possible. After long enough, he will die. That's all you gotta do. Come on. There we go. Gee, that took a lot more than I thought it would. But hey, that's how you beat him. If you don't have enough to kill him that way, you just have to fight him normally. He's a lot like the dude in the top hat back at the Ferris wheel boss. He's a lot like that. Sometimes he'll teleport into other bosses. He's normal. He's not that hard to fight by himself. The only problem is sometimes the fire lands and that thing can kill you just about instantly. Anyway, that's the game. Here's the credit screen. Again, he just kind of runs to the end. I've had him run to the left, and then also I've had him run to the right before. You might be able to control which way he runs, but it doesn't matter. He'll run for a bit, he'll stop, and then the credits just come up. There's no ending text really, no animations. It's just this. So yeah, that is Nightmare Circus. So I'm glad I was able to beat it, at least in a video, and I'll go ahead and throw this on YouTube for anyone that wants to watch it. If you ever have any questions about the game, feel free to ask me. I'll do what I can to help. It's a really great game. It's a lot of fun to play. It's very satisfying to beat too. It's just when you don't know your way through the mazes and you don't know how to deal with bosses and you don't know the abilities you can use, it's a pain in the ass. And that's why no one gives this game a chance. But it's really a great game. So then they do this. It's supposed to be like ZaddamzBazzar, but it's ZaddamzBazzar. While the title screen is displayed. This is a button input for the controls. So it's Z is the Z button, A is the A button, D's are down, A is the A button, M I think is the mode button, Z against the Z button, B is the B button, A is the A button. The R at the end is right. So remember ZaddamzBazzar. I will try to remember if these can. I don't remember how to put it in on this particular thing. Let's see if this is. Okay, so let's see ZaddamzBazzar. So maybe. So this should be Z-A. A-M Z B A Z A A R. Well, it didn't work. Let me try one more time, just to see if I can show you what this looks like. That did not work. Son of a bitch. I don't know if I can remember how to do it on this controller right now, but I'll show you in another video, I guess. I'll show you what it looks like. And it's just got some options for some cheats that I can show you, so you can know what to do with them. And really, let's just go ahead and end the video at this point. Try one more time. Wait, no, hold on. It is... There we go. Alright, now, this is the cheat code for entering ZaddamzBazzar. There's a few different ones you can do. I'll show you the runs I can remember off the top of my head. Actually, I'll show you that one last. The first one I'll show you is called... Shoot, wrong way. I don't know why I'm typing all this in when I could have just told you what it was, but this one is called TheLastLaugh. As you can see, it lights up when you do that. I think you press... I don't know if you press any button to activate it, but that shows it. The other one I could think of is... Other one I could think of off the top of my head is Bloodthirsty. There we go. Which activates blood. Those are the only two ones I could think of. I think TheLastLaugh does something like the debug mode, allows you to choose your stages. And I think it adds additional options to the debug mode. I believe that's what it does. Just for funsies, I'll actually go ahead and turn on Tweaker. And while I do it, I'm going to go ahead and recalibrate this video as well. In terms of the audio. So that I'm not hearing any kind of delay. So, Tweaker's on right now by default, I think, after entering TheLastLaugh. So, the only question now is what stage to start out with. Probably should do the Ferris wheel. Yeah, let's do the Ferris wheel. Getting burned up there. To enter in the debug mode, you have to press like mode and start at the same time. There it is. I just had it. Shit. Yeah, mode and start at the same time. I think I keep fucking it up, I guess. What the fuck? This is weird. There it is, finally. Okay, so you have a few different options here. Twin wheels. If you go into the stage, you can actually change some variables within the stage. I guess these are all different. Their damage... I don't know. I think these are effects for a few of the different aspects of the stage. I don't really know exactly how those work. These are a few different enemies. So like the roadie, I think, is like the main enemy. And you can go into each stage and change particular variables of each stage's enemies and attributes. Scene selection allows you to change the stage. The stage name will show here. You can also change global variables, like Raven is player 1, White Eagle is actually the name of player 2. The level difficulty. I think that's the harder the level difficulty is, the less damage, or I don't know. I've never really spent a lot of time with this. You can see like there's differences in damage and defense. These are particularly useful, I think. I think these are useful for 2-player. So when you're playing one player versus one, like the one-on-one, how much damage each player does, how much defense they have. Acceleration to gravity, so how fast I think you fall. Impact damage when landing or something like that. So you have differences for those. Things you can change with your attacks. Here's the name of the move. So like the air back kick, the air punch, the back flip, the back handspring, the cartwheel, the chain roll. I can't really think of what that is. Clothesline, I can't really. Maybe that's the elbow thing. There's special moves you can only do in co-op, so that's a pretty cool thing. Crawling headbutt, that's another one. I don't know that I know how to do it, but I have seen it before. It seems kind of useless though. Crouch kicks, the donkey kick, I don't know what the F that is. Double kick, which is I think just heavy kick. The elbow spin's actually the back and light punch. Headbutt, which is just close attack. Kick flip. Not really sure what that is. The knee. A few different things. The overhead stomp. Piggyback flip and handspring. I really should find somebody to play this with and see what these moves look like. They're probably pretty cool. Things you can do on particular areas like poles. The torpedo. I think that might be the special move. Or the special ability, not actually. I don't know. So there's a few different things you can do. Those are names of the attacks, and you have different things that you can change. The Psi is the energy that I was talking about, like the magic. These are abilities, I think. Animation and body snatching are two of the abilities you can use. Here's some of the other abilities you can do. So Hydra Strength is the one I was talking about. You get from that green boss I killed. Puppeteering, I think you get from the bosses in the ticket office. I think haste you get is one of the enemies, one of the things from the dude with the top hat and the cane. Clone you get from I think the chainsaw dude. No, I think clone you get from the Funhouse boss. Spirit I think is just the shooting projectile. And you can go through all these and you could change aspects of them, like the active sibling. So that's the how long it takes to. Like how much energy it takes to make them. It takes like 40, I think, and how many you could have on the screen at any one time, I think. It's pretty cool stuff. So I don't think I've ever seen anybody show this off, so I figured I'd spend some time showing them. Just a ton of different variables within the game and how it works. So how fast you can climb the chimney, I guess. How fast you move in the air. How high you jump, I guess. Like, it's very interesting. I guess this is how they made the game, and you can change your own things within the game. Operational control does a few things. I'm not really sure what it does. You have like even the options, the music and sound effects again. I don't actually know. I think with what materializations is. Scene restart. I think that what that does, you have to turn that off to make any of these take effect. Because if scene restart is on, once you get out of this mode, it will restart the whole mode or restart the whole stage. And I think that has to be off for these to take effect. Different aspects of the player, so you can make your player invulnerable if you want. You can control which ability you have, which is pretty cool. So that's pretty cool. So just out of curiosity, if these are right, and I go to Raven, and go to Special Ability, and go to Clone, and I turn this to 4, I'm going to turn it to 3. And what else am I going to do? I am going to... That's it. That's all I'm going to do. Scene selection allows you to change the stage, I believe. So you can choose any of these stages to start in that you want. So if I choose the completion, I think it's like just the end of the game. The circus is that circus. The ticket office I told you about. The carnival is, I think, if you go to this, you just go to the main screen. So this is like the starting hub. Then you could choose whichever one you want. This is the fun house. This is the twin wheels, I think. And this is the roller coaster. So you can go on these and choose any of the stages you actually want to start in from those, which is pretty cool. Kaleidoscope is the name of the one with the crazy background. So let's just go with the Dodgems Rink. So now we're here. Doesn't seem like any of the other stuff's saved though. So like I said, you can choose a stage. You get to this mode by pressing mode and start at the same time. If I go back to the global variables, I don't think anything's saved. I did. Let me remember what I have to do. What's the tactics adder? Oh yeah, this changes the range and effects of every single attack that enemies can do. So like the nails are from the nail guns that the enemies shoot, I think. Leg slice, full leg slice, animate, air slash. I think these are all different things that the enemies can do. And you could change effects like the range and the startup, I guess, of all their different things. Very cool. There we go, special ability. Alright, first of all, I'm going to turn my capacity up. I think to actually have yourself start with magic, you actively have to hold right on here to get energy. So that's interesting. It takes a long time to get to however much you want, though. Because you got to go through all these letters. I don't know what they do. And then you get up to back to the numbers. So let's just put it at 1500. Let's turn on clone. Let me just make myself vulnerable. And there. Okay. So now you see I got a bunch of energy. I've got the energy that I set myself up to. So I have 1000, which is the guy on the right, and then half of it now. Bloodthirsty is on, so you see when I attack enemies and when they attack me sometimes, there's these little blood splatters that happen. And if I use clone, there's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. Here's the crazy thing. These motherfuckers seem to attack you, which is the weird thing. They don't seem to attack enemies. I noticed that when I used it the first time dealing with that Kaleidoscope boss, and that's why I never used this ability. The only reason you don't see me taking any damage is because I have a cheat that makes me invincible. So this is just kind of how the tweaker stuff works. If anybody had any curiosities, just kind of wanted to make this a full video to take care of anything that anybody has any questions about regarding this game. Any other questions, feel free to let me know. Outside of that, I guess that's pretty much it. I might do another video on the Funhouse just because, to try and explain more about how, if you wanted to try and map it, that would work. But other than that, I think that's pretty much it for this video. So this is the Old School Brother. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you found it helpful. If you had any curiosities about this game, if there's any developers that somehow find this video, just want to say y'all did an excellent job on this game. I don't know, I'm pretty sure there was maybe some time limitations, but for what this game is, and once you know what you're doing, it's a very good game. But other than that, that's really all I had to say with this video. So I'm going to go ahead and call it, and see y'all all next time on whatever video I do, whether that's a beat, video game remix, or another playthrough. We'll see. Anyway, peace out, y'all. Take it easy. Got any questions, post them up. I'll see y'all later. 1.